Committed to perpetuate the memory of the Clemson Senior Platoon, presents the 1997 Alumni Senior Platoon with Channel 13 television interviews.
Clemson's elite drill team, the senior platoon, will perform at this weekend's football game against Duke. Now, you say you've never heard of the senior platoon? That could be because the group disbanded in 1959. But as News 13's Steve Rammel tells us, some squad members want to keep the drill team alive.
Tench, hut, right shoulder up, home.
Still in step, 40, even 50 years after they first marched in tandem. Formed in the 30s when Clemson was a military school, the senior platoon was Clemson's best precision drill team. Now the best of the best are back, working since last year to get their cadence back.
I was the one that remembered the routine, so I taught everybody last year, and so this year it hadn't been any problem at all.
Beat Carolina! Beat!
Back in college, the team members drilled morning and night. Now they've got just a week to get ready. There may be an occasional misstep, but the routines usually come back once the team takes the field.
You forget all these things, you know. And we put several days in last year. It eventually came. And then some guys wearing hearing aids, some of us don't hear like we used to, you know. Formation, hard.
Their marching orders this time, just have fun and swap old stories. Julian McCracken remembers a wild night for his buddies in a New Orleans bar after the Mardi Gras parade.
They were victim of circumstances. There was an explosion of a smoke bomb down there, and several of them had to go over to the jailhouse, and our TAC officer had to go get them and bring them back.
The senior platoon's halftime show this weekend is billed as a farewell performance. But many squad members say they're having such a good time, they're not ready for the order, platoon, halt.
Fight, Tigers, fight! Fight, fight!
At Clemson University, I'm Steve Rammel, News 13 WLOS.
About 800 Clemson grads were part of the senior platoon. Members came from all over the Carolinas, as well as Texas and New York, to perform this weekend.
Here the senior platoon is entering Memorial Stadium. This is prior to the Duke-Clemson football game. Here the platoon is assembled in the west end zone prior to the opening ceremonies for the football game. Here you see the senior platoon moving into the end zone, getting ready for the playing of the national anthem. These are informal scenes of the platoon assembled in the west end zone prior to the pregame ceremonies. The Tiger Band is now spelling out the Tigers on the football field getting ready to dot the I with some special dignitaries who are attending the football game. Senior platoon is now at present arms as the national anthem is being played. What you see are the Blue Angels in a flyover as a part of the pregame festivities. Senior platoon is now leaving the west end zone, ending their portion of the program prior to the football game. You will note that the football team is now assembled at the top of the hill, ready to rub Howard's Rock, run down the hill prior to the football game. This has been described by sportscasters throughout the United States as the most exciting 30 seconds in college football. As the game was getting ready to begin, there were about 60,000 fans assembled in Clemson Memorial Stadium. That day, the Clemson Tigers were playing the Duke Blue Devils. The senior platoon is now moving toward the visitors' 20-yard line at the east end zone in Memorial Stadium, getting ready to assemble for their halftime presentation. Here the platoon is lined up between the 10 and 20-yard line on the visitor's side. About 80 hours of practice time was given by the members of this platoon as they prepared to give their 8-minute presentation. The platoon is now assembled at the end zone facing Frank Howard's Rock, getting ready to begin their routine.
You're about to win this one. Others who have been in Yankee Stadium at the Mardi Gras Parade and numerous bowl games in the 1950s and in every home football game for 3 decades since these. Watch, enjoy, and remember, what was once a part of Clemson and after today will only be a memory. We ask that you please hold your applause through the routine. It is important for us to be as quiet as possible so the platoon can hear their commands. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1997 Senior Platoon of Clemson University.
The first command is squads left about forward in series. The next command is rear ranks to the rear, march, front ranks to the rear, march, rear ranks to the rear, march, front ranks to the rear, march. This is followed by Beat Carolina and Cadence Count. The next command is right step, left step, backward, forwards, 5 files, right and left to the rear and forward, circles right and left, series C in series. March, 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 march.
I like catching fly with boat, see? I like catching fly. Yes, sir. I love it.
The platoon is now assembled facing the west end zone, getting ready for the next command, which is squad's right, march. Followed by column right, march. The next command is column right, march. Followed by squad's left, march. Platoon is now at center field facing the east end zone. The next command is diamond formation, march. Followed by files, number 1 to the rear, march, 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 march. The next command, right step, left step, backward, forward. By files, right and left, the rear, march. Platoon, halt. Order, on. Present, on. Port, on. Port, on. Right shoulder, on. Queen Anne, salute. This is the midpoint of the drill. And there is a pause for play. The next command, right shoulder, arms, resume, march. High files, number 1 to the rear, march, 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 march. Platoon, halt. Platoon is now assembling, facing the east end zone, waiting for the next command, which is squad's left, march. Followed by squad's left about, right by squads. Platoon is now moving toward center field, prepared for the next command, which is squad's left, march. Platoon is now going through a series of close order manual runs. Rear ranks to the rear. Rear ranks, a series about face. Close interval, dress right, dress. Parade, dressed. Platoon, hands hot. Right shoulder, on. Queen Anne, salute. Right shoulder, on. Front ranks, about, face. Forward, march. V formation, march, 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 march. In place, hold. Queen Anne salute, present, on. And there's a pause for applause. Right shoulder, on. Resume, march. Platoon, halt. The platoon is now halting on the home side, the 50-yard line, as the routine begins to come to a close. The next command is squads left, march, followed by CLM in cadence, camp.